I tell you what, folks, it seems like everyone is buzzing about this diecast, and honestly, rightfully so. This thing is freaking gorgeous. Here's William Byron's 2020 Daytona Duel Race Win AXALTA Chevrolet Camaro. Howdy, howdy, folks, it's Diecastbuffet here again with an awesome NASCAR diecast here. Now, I'll tell you what, this car right here, the 2020 William Byron AXALTA C-Glass / Duel number 2 win is really becoming one of the biggest topic points in the diecast community right now. I mean, everyone is asking me, where can I get this car? Where can I get this car? I mean, this thing is just absolutely freaking beautiful, right? It's the normal AXALTA flame pattern, but it almost has like a filter to it, right? He ran this car in the Daytona 500. Unfortunately, he got taken out early on. But I tell you what, man, this thing is just absolutely beautiful, man. I tell you, I cannot wait to get this car out of the box. And without further ado, let's go and get this 2020 William Byron Duel number 2 win / AXALTA C-Glass Chevrolet Camaro out of the box. Holy cow, folks, this thing is just absolutely gorgeous. I mean, look at that blue, man. It's like it's not a turquoise, right? But it's almost like an underwater blue, right? Like just a pretty freaking blue. And I just freaking love this thing. You got the white numbers here, but you kind of have like a different shade of orange. It's almost like a less contrast type of orange. And I tell you what, man, it just looks stunning, dude. Like, this thing is a banging looking race car. So you go over here to the nose of this diecast. You got the AXALTA logo right there. Of course, you got your Camaro badges as well. But I mean, look at that blue. Look at the metal flake pattern to this thing, guys. I mean, this thing is just absolutely fantastic. I mean, just the paintwork alone, you can definitely tell this is an AXALTA sponsored car because of the paintwork on this thing. I tell you, this thing is just wow, man. Just stunning, dude. Absolutely stunning. So you go into the front decals here. Now, this headlight's a little bit wonky, Joel. That's okay. Kind of got a weird background around the Hendrick Motorsports logo, but I love the flame pattern here, though. How it's kind of a wider stance flames because it kind of, you know, goes around the wider set of headlights, but it kind of wraps around, and you got, you know, 2 angry eyebrows up here, or reindeer antlers, if you will. Very, very sharp. I got a little 24 there. The splitter is painted black, but then you go over here to the left side of the car, man. I just... This diecast, believe it or not, it's a raced version too, so unfortunately we will most likely never get a clean version of this car, unfortunately. But this thing reminds me so much of those vintage Jeff Gordon cars from yesteryear. Now, they did offer the C-Glass car, the standard car. They did offer it, but unfortunately it got canceled. So, or they're like, well, if instead of just making the dual win and then making the clean version, let's just make the same version. I personally, I'm not for that. I think you should just make every single diecast, but I'm crazy. But yeah, that's basically what they did. It's like, okay, we could have the raced version or the clean version. They think this one's going to sell more, so they go with this. But it does offer some better detail, though, because with the raced versions, generally the logos are a little bit more accurate, a little bit more well-placed. Like, you can notice the 24 is dead smack in the middle, right? That's because it's based off the raced version. You do get the pop rivet design down here. Got NASCAR Cup Series, NASCAR Race Car, William Byron. Congrats to the first-time winner this season. Got a what is that, like almost like a navy blue background. I don't know how I feel about that. You got AXALTA, Freightliner, Mac Tools, looks like, what is that, UniFirst, and I think that's Cincinnati right there. You got Valvoline there. AXALTA, you can see a little bit of, like, just a little bit of, you know, scrapes, kind of around the fender well. You got the Liberty University blue. That's the blue I was thinking of. Kind of like a navy, kind of Liberty blue logo. You can see that on the outline of the William Byron logo, and also around the Hendrick Motorsports logo. Of course, you got Hertz right there. And I tell you what, this diecast is just absolutely fan-freaking-tastic. And I tell you what, folks, I think this car, if they don't put it in the Authentics, this is going to be a rare car. I'm just going to say, I have a hunch about it. Something tells me this is going to be a die cast that a lot of people are going to want. Of course, if they overproduce it, then it don't matter. But if they don't put it in Authentics, which they generally don't put the dual wins, so I don't know. Maybe they did yesteryear, but I can't remember the last time I seen a dual win in Authentics. So if this is a dual win die cast, I really think if you can get this car for like $8, I would get it, because this could pick up. Again, I don't know. So you got Sea Glass right there. AXALTA's 2020 Global Automotive Color of the Year. Fantastic car, and I would love to see like a whole month promotion. Take like 4 different, you know, shades of like this kind of paint pattern. Like, let's say they take the month of June, right? Or month of July, you know. Just put a whole bunch of different paint schemes like this. Fan-freaking-tastic. I mean, you could look at the iRacing cars that William Byron drove. Beautiful combination. So you got the 24 there. You got CAMARO ZL1 1LE. Do have a... That's interesting right there. Check this out. You get an arrow right here. I'm not really sure what that's for. Unless there's like a, I don't know, some type of bar or something back here under the suspension where they wanted to work on it or adjust it. I have no clue, but I've never seen that on a die cast. That's interesting. Got the Valvoline logo there, a little bit of a scrape. I love the black and kind of chrome / silver bow tie. Very sharp black spoiler as well. Go over here to the right side. Ooh, look at that 24 there, folks. Wow. Okay, so the right side, it took a hike. Good God almighty. Look how, I mean, look how messed up that 24 is. Look, this is what it's supposed to look like. Flat. Look at that. This bar right here, even the pop rivets is screwed up. Check this out. See how the pop rivets go, like, it's perfectly across that line. This thing, it's literally like the dude on the Price is Right machine. It's just going downhill. Wow, man. Got some decal tear here or something. What is this? Okay, there we go. Now it finally flies the coop. What is this, a freaking glue stain? I mean, this is, look, you had such a beautiful die cast here. Lionel finds a way to screw it up. Great job, Lionel. I do notice a slight kind of like gray pattern, maybe like a, I wouldn't say silver, but kind of like a stone gray outline on the flames. Very sharp. So, of course, the Goodyear logo and all that good jazz is all, it's all wish-washy around the side here. Even the B-post decal. I mean, the B-post decal is chilling in the pool. It took a dive. The William Byron logo, I mean, what does this do? This thing's hanging on for dear life. Wow. Windows almost popped out. There we go. Kind of pop it in. I don't know. It's actually kind of flush with it. I don't know. It doesn't look that bad. Don't look that bad. I got the Cup Series banner right there. Very, very nice. And you go over here to the roof. And, of course, since this was a super speedway die cast, you know, of course, being a dual win, they do include that, the little box outline for the roof hatch on the cars, which, if it's a raced version, absolutely it needs to be there. That's just detail. But if it's a clean version, I prefer to not have that. But then again, that's just me being kind of nitpicky about it. Here you got AXALTA coding systems like that. BYRON on the back window. And again, I think they're gonna make his first win car. I really do. They've made the Bowman, they've made the Elliott. Of course, those are 2 different drivers. But even if it gets canceled, I'm not gonna bet, I'm not gonna guarantee, but I'm gonna give it a good solid 89% chance it's gonna be in Authentics. And of course, you got the AXALTA logo over here on the back end. And I just gotta say, man, this orange, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the throwback uniforms that the Broncos used to wear. That's what it reminds me of. Kind of like that, just like bright, just like orange soda kind of color to it. I tell you what, this die cast, man. If you see this car and it's $7 or $8, I would pick it up. Fantastic die cast. Look, if you have a stop motion, if you have a die cast series, and you want something different than anyone else, use this as his primary. Check that out. You could use this car as his primary for your die cast series, and you'd have a banging looking paint scheme. You know, you can do whatever the heck you want, and that's what I love about die cast. I tell you what, man. Besides the goofiness over here, solid 9 points, probably a 9.5, 9.6. One of the best paint schemes all year long. If you like NASCAR Diecast reviews, check out tomorrow's review. We'll be taking a look at the Dale Earnhardt Jr. iRacing car. I wonder how that one's going to go. Anyways, folks, Diecast Buffet. Have a great day. Stay humble. Signing off.